Hey everybody, it's me, Lila, Gma Rides. What a surprise, right? And this video is going to focus on a couple of things. One of those things being my ride cross-country last year in October, November to get from Tacoma, Washington to Forgotten Angels in Valrico, Florida for a charity campout that I attended there. It was a pretty big deal, and every place I stopped out here in this big deal of nothingness. Currently, this clip is taken from the San Bernardino Valley Mojave Freeway section on my way to Browley and Salvation Mountain. And it was hot. It was triple digits hot down here, man. So hot. And I think this was like my third day in. And at this point in time, I was like, I don't know why I'm doing this. I just really don't. I decided that my original audio recording on this was just a little bit incoherent and a lot of wind noise. So I muted that, and I'm doing this as a voiceover. So bear with me as I reminisce down memory lane. As I look at these clips, I just remember how much fun I had on that trip. And if you can see that I have an icy right there, well, the icy cup, it's basically at this point just sugar water. But that's okay. Sugar water's a good thing to have when you're trying to rehydrate yourself, apparently. Excuse me. But yeah, it was a great ride. I rode around 9,000 some odd, I don't remember how many miles round trip, to get to Forgotten Angels, where they are helping kids that have aged out of the foster system in Florida. In Florida, the laws are such that you can grab a kid up and give them a home in your house, and I use home in a loose sense of the term. All they have to provide them is a bed, and they can stuff these kids 4 to a room, and then they get, I think it's $1,000 a month for each kid. So if you have 3 bedrooms and you can have 4 kids in each room, you can imagine this is quite a cash cow. And when these kids turn 18, in some of these foster homes, they just get kicked to the curb with a bag of clothes if they're lucky. They haven't been taught any skills like how to drive a stick shift, how to do anything like, balance a checkbook, any of these kind of basic skills. They don't even have to go to school. So to my mind, I think that what the people at Forgotten Angels are doing is a wonderful thing. And I preach their cause whenever I can. And as I was going cross country here, I was talking to everybody I met because people would ask me, why are you going to Florida? Well, number one, it's a motorcycle and I love to ride. But number two, I would talk to them about Forgotten Angels. And everybody's like, whoa, I didn't know that. So, I mean, you could look up the laws in your own personal state and, get active. See if you can make a difference. Share this video. Go to Shade Tree Surgeon's channel. Share their video. But yeah. So I think right about in this clip, we're in the Dome Valley, like I said, and heading for Gila Bend. We're on Highway 8, if I remember correctly. And right about here, we're going through Joshua Tree Park. Joshua Tree Park was beautiful and just so desolate. You know what? I might have just lied to you. We might not be at Joshua Tree Park yet because, obviously you would see Joshua trees. But it was amazing. And as I go through these old clips and I start mining out some more stuff, I really enjoy, it mostly just makes me want to go pack up a bike and leave again. Forgotten Angels is coming up again in October. And I'm going, but I wish I could ride across. That's kind of my favorite mode of transport anyway. But I'm so looking forward to Forgotten Angels again. And like I said, subscribe to Shade Tree Surgeon's channel and Shay Lisi. And there's a whole bunch of other people that are promoting the Forgotten Angels cause, Rainy Rider being one of them. And they're much more knowledgeable than I am about all of this stuff. But I had such a wonderful time, and they made me feel so welcome. I didn't really know any of them when I got there, except for just through YouTube Premiere chats and all that sort of thing. And they just made me ride at home. It's like, yeah, park your motorcycle over here, put your tent up over there, and yeah, there's the bathrooms. And I just dived right in and tried to be helpful. And I must have been because they want me to come back. But yeah, so it was hot down here, though, to get back to what I was talking about. And I don't know if you can see him on the handlebars, but there's Stewie, my Stewart Panther companion, traveling with me. And I always have my phone hooked up on my handlebars so I can see where I'm going. And in this case, I've also got my hippo hands on there. And mostly because it was too bulky to carry them and I knew I'd need them on the way home. So they did kill a lot of bugs. So I also, during the course of making this video, decided to look up some lane splitting in California facts. And so safety tips for you as a motorcyclist. First thing is, don't do it if you're not comfortable with it. Search out some back routes. Pick out a time of day to travel that it's not going to be hot. I personally am comfortable with lane splitting, and that's my choice. And so if you want to blow up the comments, knock yourself out, I'll just delete them. Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, lane splitting. Safety tips for motorcyclists according to the California Highway Patrol. Danger increases at higher speed differential. Consider your total environment when you're lane splitting. That's number 2. Number 3, danger increases as overall speed increases. Well, that's true of anything on a motorcycle. And this is interesting and an important fact. It's typically safer to split between the far left lanes than the other lanes, probably because there's a lot more back and forth-ish as people exit and enter. Avoid lane splitting next to large vehicles. Riding on the shoulder is illegal, and it is not considered lane splitting in California, although I will do that if I need to, but that's just me. Also, they suggest you be visible. Avoid remaining in blind spots of other vehicles, and you should also help drivers see you by wearing brightly colored and reflective gear and using your high beams during the daylight. Also, to other vehicle drivers. Oh, this is me stopping for some gas here. This is highly interesting. You're just going to really be riveted by this. It was so hot here. Lane splitting by motorcyclists is legal. This is messages to other drivers. And it is illegal to intentionally block or impede them in a way that could cause harm. Opening a vehicle door to impede a motorcyclist is illegal. Drivers in the far left lane should move to the left of their lane to give motorcyclists ample room to pass. And then they also offer, oh, hang on, this is going to be the lane splitting section here. And I promise you, I was careful. I really was careful. You notice I'm not going that much faster than the prevailing traffic. I don't think I was going more than 15 miles an hour. Safety tips, though, for all motorists. You can help yourself and other road users by checking your mirrors and your blind spots frequently, especially before changing lanes and turning. Signaling your intentions before changing or merging. Being alert and anticipating possible movements by other motorists. Never riding or driving while impaired by drugs, alcohol, or tiredness or heat. And then you also want to be courteous and share the road. It's only legal in California to do this, and at least 9 other states are currently trying to get lane splitting through. But yeah, and this is mostly what I had. It was a lot of just riding and just riding and just riding and just riding along Highway 8. And there was frequent dust storms, and you can see it's a little bit jittery camera work here. And that is because I was getting kind of beat up by my rate of speed. Everybody goes fast.